to Georgina Life. Well, local author Christopher Compton has just released his first book in a trilogy entitled Eternal Dreams. Here to talk to us a little bit about it, the man himself.
Hey.
Chris Compton, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Does that sound strange to you when somebody introduces you as author Christopher Compton, or are you getting used to that?
I'm getting used to it. It does sound strange, but at the same time, it's something I've always wanted, so it's like, thank you.
Perfect.
How long have you been, when you're saying it's something you've always wanted, how long have you been writing short stories or working towards this, I suppose?
Literally since I was 10 years old. I think the most important part is my parents really got me into reading at a young age, and after a certain, it's kind of like, if you're a musician who's never heard a song, it's kind of hard to write a song. So in the same way, without reading, I would never have been inspired to write. So I used to read Hardy Boys books all the time when I was younger, to the point where I had read them all, and I started writing my own, and that's kind of where it started. And then I branched out into my own stories, and they just kept getting longer and longer until eventually this came out.
If you're writing Hardy Boys, is that what they call fan fiction?
Yeah, it was kind of like fan fiction, and then I stopped using their names and started making I used the detective Gordon Linker was my first real creation of my own.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
And will that ever appear somewhere down the line?
Hopefully not, because it's very embarrassing.
No. Well, maybe an adult version.
Yes, maybe an
How about
updated
that?
version.
That's right. When I would think that a trilogy is very big dreams. So it's one
Very
thing
big.
to just have, let's start with a novel, but another to do 3.
Right.
So where does the idea go from being just a single book into something more?
Early on in the process, you start to realize that this is just starting to expand far out beyond the span of a single novel. Just not in terms of just the content being too long, but also the themes will start to change, the characters will start to evolve, and it just makes sense to start breaking them up into parts. It just has a logical conclusion of arcing, and I think you have to, early on, have to make that decision of this is going to be a trilogy, or it'll just start to get away from you, and you can't have that happen.
So I suppose you started off first by sketching out kind of what the 3 novels were going to end up being.
Early on, it became evident to me that the first one had to set up all the characters and the setting and everything, and then by the second one it had to start evolving, and I guess because Eternal Dreams to me it was an amalgamation of a dream and a song coming together, and there's certain parts of that dream, certain parts of that song that just, they break and they flow, and I said, well, maybe the trilogy should follow that structure as well.
Very cool.
Very cool. Tell us a little bit about Eternal Dreams.
Eternal Dreams is a fantasy fiction trilogy, obviously, about 6 teenage friends who find a dream world, and they're trying to escape from the horrors of their own lives when they start to find that reality is catching up with them anyway. So the dream world is created from their memories, their imagination, and their dreams, and when they first get to the world, it's very peaceful. They're just kind of testing the limits of what's possible, and the longer they stay there, the darker it becomes, and they start to lose themselves in that world.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Jinx, you go.
You mentioned that you were in the midst of writing your second book.
I am, yeah.
Does the storyline change as you start to write it? Because I know in your mind you have an idea of where it's going, but are there any new additions that all of a sudden you have an aha moment?
Yeah. Actually, yeah. For the first one, it was very structured and kind of static. There's only 1 or 2 parts where, as I was writing, I started going off the barren trail, and I said, oh, I'll let this, it was kind of like a tangent. But for the second one, I had a very distinct way of how I wanted to do it, and then about halfway through, it changed into something else, and I liked where I was going a lot better than where I had started. So there is an ebb and flow of, for me anyways, you have to know where you're going, but also let it take it where it wants to go at the same time.
Right.
How far into writing book 2 are you?
I'd say I'm about 3/4 of the way, but that's not saying much when the editing process is about as long as the writing process, so.
Just giving viewers, I suppose, a heads up that if they finish book 1 and there's that cliffhanger ending in there, know that book 2 is 3/4 of the way, it's on its way.
Yes, I don't want them feeling that they're investing all this time into something that's never going to end. So
mind you, that suspense, that tension of waiting for that next
Right.
one, that's there's energy and fun in that
it's
too.
there. Yeah.
I think one of the 6 should stop by a local cable studio. That's what I.
That'd be really neat.
And that's a tangent we might not have ever expected to have. In
Well,
your
my
book.
favorite part of writing it is seeing other people bring my creations into, like, I don't know if you guys can see it, but the shirt I'm wearing, my girlfriend made this. So I always just love people sending me art, people making stuff like this. So for someone to like get into costume or something and be one of those characters would be blow my mind a little bit.
You've been on a long journey learning the craft. You finished up at Western.
I did, yes, last year.
For what courses did you take to kind of get yourself?
I took a major in English language and literature and a minor in creative writing, and I really think that was very beneficial for me. I believe that some people do have the talent, like, at a very young age, and they don't necessarily have to go to post-secondary education to further themselves or hone their craft. But for me personally, it definitely made me the writer who I am today, and I personally think it was very important.
Wonderful. Very quickly, where can people find?
Amazon.ca, Barnes & Noble, anywhere online basically, and hopefully soon in the stores. And Kindles, all that stuff, yeah.
Wonderful. And also find it at the end of the show because we have a copy to give away, so stay tuned for that. Thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you for having me.
There's more to come right after this.